I believe this is a time for the movers and the shakers, for potentially a last round of us to cross over from comfortable living and ideologies to the calling. Gaia has been speaking to so many of us for so long, maybe all of us, I don't know, can't speak for other people's stories, but I've been speaking to some really interesting people recently and hearing about some quite inspiring stories about souls who, whether they work in shamanic practices or just corporate mainstream, and then sort of get pulled out of their structured realities into a mission from the earth realm. Calls to walk the earth, and I've got a very dear brother who's just departed on a very sacred mission of his, completely out of the blue, and finding some very sort of interesting stories about other powerful individuals who just listen to where the earth is leading them, us. I'd like to consider myself as one of those people, because I had the call for quite a while, and I don't think I was ever fully leaning into it. I knew I was always connected to something else, like many of us right now. And I think this is the time that if you've ever thought that you were connected to something otherworldly, which all of us are, but some people, some of us haven't had the impetus, the desire, the motivation to walk differently, walk a different path. The Road Less Travelled, which, yeah, it's a great book that was around the house when I was growing up, but not to go back to lots of tangents, but that is the energy is Schumann resonance spiking yesterday and leading to a whole host of physical and emotional symptoms across my friends, sort of an elders group that I speak to or hear about. And I think if anybody's sort of uncertain about the times that we're moving into, it's a time for grounding, it's a time for prayer, it's a time for thinking outside of the box, it's a time for moving towards those goals or dreams or states of being that we've never thought attainable, that we have pushed to the sidelines, that we've never prioritised, because the calling now, like Gaia is speaking. Excuse me. Gaia is speaking to the souls that are here as guardians of the land, guardians of portals, guardians of a whole variety of things, and there are groups of us, there are individuals, everyone's got their own sort of mission, and some intertwine and interlink. But if we are being called to our people or union or souls who we know are on a sacred path and are guided by unseen realms, just divine essence, integration of dark and light. It's not about good and bad, it's just this connectedness to higher powers, higher beings, higher energy. And yes, we've got to navigate this strange physical reality and shelter, food and all of that stuff, but right now there's also another game to play, and the expansion's pretty fast, and if we're connecting with the aligned souls, there's some beautiful conversations and exchanges or not even exchange, it's insights into other awakened souls' realities, and thinking, oh, they get that, they get it. Oh, I see their magic. Oh, okay, that's not my story, but just, yeah, I see you. Whether you decide to be friends or close or not, it's just the observer just watching a beautiful being carry out their truth in a very embodied, divine way. I believe that's our birthright. I believe we really need to look after our mental well-being right now and not give our power away to anything that helps us. I was going to say help. Anything we deem to get us through the emotional moments. And this is not about guilt, but we've got to keep a level of discipline right now because it's really wavy and chaotic. Some people might say psychotic. And I trust there will be souls who will be having episodes because of the amount of what's coming through. There's a lot. I don't think I'm meant to be channeling everything that I can hear in my head right now, but so in terms of day-to-day movements, yeah, we don't do anything drastic. We don't change what we need to change to survive in a physical reality, until we need to. But when we get the time off, evenings, risings, weekends, however our schedules allow, connecting with the ground, hugging trees, speaking out loud, speaking our desires, speaking our feelings, our emotions, our intentions to the world, our own world, like our own internal world, for recalibration, for the wider world, for peace. If we're speaking to the spirit, then we align, we can create this fort, this strength, this stronghold in our energetic field, to move towards what we're destined for. And if that is aligned with a Gaia-led, heart-led living, you can't unhear certain things from nature. You can't stop seeing things in different ways to other beings. It's just there. And so to others, we might look like we speak to ourselves, or we can sit and hermit and be by ourselves a lot more than the average. And there'll be moments, or someone said recently, I'm a sociable introvert or something. Couldn't live without music, live music and various dance connections and social bits and bobs, and cooking together. But this is our journey, this is our reality. We create the world we live in. And when we sit with the elemental beings, the trees, the spirit, the trees, the flowers, the animals, the water, we are tapping into a different language, different level of consciousness. And I think I've found so much benefit and value in exploring that language, in decoding things I believe I should look into, decoding messages that I believe are for me and that have helped me along the path to seeing miracles, where once, I never used to use the word miracle or prayer or divinity or divine or magic or elementals, but the more you open up outside of your box, the more you reveal your own self-love, your own divinity, once you tap into your soul, your essence, your purity, and love yourself totally, which is the challenge continually, because obviously we get pulled into different energies all the time. You know, consistency is hard to maintain sometimes, but it's a very powerful shift, mindset shift. And yeah, I think to right now, Gaia is calling for those of us who connect with all the pretty little powerful plant medicines, dare I use that word, which is kind of overused at the minute, but just the plants, the sacred, ancient, traditional knowledge and connection to these beings. I'll just explore. 11:11 has just gone on the clock. I will just explore, doodle, draw, write, speak out loud, have a little dance, have a little play, try to move through any of these energies with as much childish innocence and a beginner's, like a new mind than we ever have before, because we're going to see things that maybe we've never seen before. And you know, it's easy to take things for granted, it's easy to assume, it's easy to live in comfort, but you know, are we testing our resilience? Do we need everything that we're currently needing, thinking that we need? Can we simplify? Can we reconnect? Because it will help us. 12:12 on the clock, because it will help us through this magnetic mammoth energy, which, you know, I'm not an astrologer, not an astronomer, I'm just a feeler, a touchy-feely kind of woman. But as a feeler, it's a big time at the minute, it's a big time. So breathe, and if we can naturally pick up energies and tend to speed up sometimes, we've got to be ever more conscious of breath, bringing the breath all the way down to root chakra, feet on ground, chill out, hydrate, water, swim safely, whatever we need to do. But I don't think things are going to, sort of 13:13, I don't think things are really going to slow down per se immediately. So let's welcome the shifts with open arms and get our surfboards ready to ride the waves.